Look at the amount of dirt that's in that bucket. That is just crazy. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So what I thought we would do today was I would give you a couple of really good reasons as to why you should use the 2-bucket method. Go into what the 2-bucket method is. It's fairly self-explanatory, to be fair. You're going to use 2 buckets to wash your car. Don't worry about the 3rd bucket, that's for cleaning your wheels. But what I thought I would show you is exactly how much dirt is removed by your microfiber wash mitt when you're cleaning a car, and the reason why you're going to use 2 buckets. So let's get on with it. So you also see I'm going to use a pressure washer in the video. You don't need to use a pressure washer. I would recommend getting one. I mean, that one was only £90. It's not a huge amount of money, but it does remove quite a lot of dirt on its own before you even touch it with a microfiber wash mitt. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean this car right here because it is absolutely filthy. You can see the amount of dirt that's on it. So we're going to clean that, and for the shampoo we're going to use Turtle Wax's Hybrid Solutions Ceramic Wash and Wax because this stuff is just amazing. Right, so the first thing I thought I'd do before we actually go through all the bucket nonsense, show you the reasons why you should always use a microfiber wash mitt versus a sponge. So the sponge is used for the face. I use that for the face of the alloy wheels. I use it for nothing else. So before we get going, what I thought we'd do is very quickly show you, if you're using a sponge, now one of my family members used this sponge. They clearly don't watch my videos enough. But if you're using a sponge, the reason why you don't want to use sponges when you're washing your car and you want to use a microfiber wash mitt instead is because a sponge, so imagine this dirty ground here is the paintwork of your car. So imagine that is the bottom half of the sill there. When you rub the sponge on the paintwork, look at all that dirt and stuff, road grime, that's now on the top of the sponge. If you then go and move that sponge somewhere else on the paintwork, all of that stuff is still there and it is going to scratch the life out of your paint. Whereas a microfiber wash mitt, and this one is a wee bit dirty, but you'll see the idea. The microfiber, whatever these things are called, when you rub them across the paint, the dirt travels down them to the base. So when you wash the next part of the car, the tops are clean again. I highly recommend going out and buying yourself a microfiber wash mitt. They're so much better than sponges and they do way less damage to your paint. So for those of you that don't know, basically the 2-bucket method, what we're going to do is we're going to fill this bucket with just water to about there. And we're going to put the shampoo in this bucket and then fill it up about the same again. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the microfiber, dunk it in the clean bucket, wipe down a panel or clean a panel, and then before you move on to the next panel, you're going to dunk the microfiber mitt into the dirty bucket. As you can see, both of these buckets have got grit guards in them, and what the grit guard is there to do is that when you take the microfiber mitt and put it into this bucket to get rid of all the dirt from the paint, all the dirt will sink, all the grit will sink to the bottom and get caught in the bottom of the bucket. So once you've cleaned it, you take your microfiber mitt, put it back in this bucket with the shampoo, and then go at the next part of the car. Trust me, it may sound mad, it may not be making any sense, but this is definitely the best way to clean your car. Right, so that's the bucket's filled up. As you can see, the clean bucket has got the shampoo in it. The dirty bucket is just water. And the alloy wheel cleaning bucket has just got regular car shampoo in it. It's not got the Turtle Wax stuff in it. It's just regular car shampoo. If you're subscribed to the channel already, you'll know this. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, what are you doing? Why are you not subscribed? It's really simple. The button's right there. You just click it. Easy, doesn't cost you anything. Helps me out a ton. So that's the self-promotion part of the video over. So basically what we're going to do, for you guys that are subscribed to the channel, if you're not, welcome. You always start by cleaning the top of our car. Never clean the bottom first. Top of your car is the cleanest part of your car. So you start there and work your way down. You only do one panel at a time, don't go crazy. So do one panel at a time. So what I'll do is I'll do the roof, then I'll do the windscreen and all the way around. Then I'll do the bonnet, then I'll do the top half all the way around. And then last but not least, I'll do the bottom half. But that is after having pressure washed it first to get as much of this dirt off as we can before we obviously move on to using the wash mitt and the shampoo and all that good stuff. So let's break out the power washer. Let's get as much of this dirt off as we can, and then we'll move on to using the 2-bucket method. another reason why it's a great idea to have a power washer rather than just a regular hose. Watch the amount of dirt that comes out of this wheel arch here right now when I blast it with a jet washer. Look at that! Isn't that disgusting? That all came out the wheel arch. Ugh. Yuck. Right, so now the car's been power washed, we've got a lot of the already dirt off. Let's start with the roof and work our way down. Now you've already seen me use this side of the microfiber. So what we'll do is we'll use the other side now and do the other half of the roof. And that means that any contamination that was on this part of the roof is now on one side of the mitt and the other side's carrying the rest. Now we do take the mitt, into this bucket, give it a good shake, give it a good squeeze. You can even rub it off the grit guard if you want. I generally tend not to, but you can. Rinse it off, back in the clean bucket, and go at the next panel. As we finished washing the car, top to bottom, it's looking pretty shiny, has to be said, but check out the bucket. Look at the difference. Look at the amount of dirt that's in that bucket, and that's after the car was pressure washed. That is just crazy. And obviously you'll notice as well, the height of the water in the buckets has now changed. That's because you're taking the wash mitt, taking some of that water, putting it on the car, then coming straight back and emptying whatever's left on that wash mitt into that bucket, getting all the grit out, putting it back in that bucket and taking water back away again. Now if you want to reduce the amount of dirt even further than that, what you can do is you can use some citrus pre-wash. You can then foam can in the car as well before you use the microfiber mitt and the 2-bucket method, and that water will not be as dirty once you've done all those steps, if that's what you plan on doing. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to come back to these 2 buckets tomorrow, which is going to be about half a second, probably not even for you guys, and all that dirt will have settled to the bottom. So let's see how much dirt is actually in that bucket tomorrow. And it's the next day, and in true Scottish style, it's absolutely hoofing it down and incredibly windy. So we'll make this quick. The dirt didn't settle to the bottom as much as I thought it actually would in 24 hours. So what we're going to do is we'll empty the bucket out and see how much is in the bottom of it. Now obviously you could tell from the footage of me pouring the water out of the bucket there, there's still quite a lot of dirt trapped in the water itself. But if you take the grit guard out, look at all that dirt that is in there. Now if you hadn't used 2 buckets to wash your car, that would have been used to basically sandpaper the paintwork of your car, which is absolutely no bueno. If you don't use the 2-bucket method just now to wash your car, I highly recommend that you start. Like I say, I mean, look at that. Look at it. Can you imagine that just completely grinding on your paintwork? Yeah. So yeah guys, 2-bucket method. Now you know what it is, I highly recommend you start using it on your cars. It'll save you a huge amount of time if you go to polish your car once a year, twice a year, however often you polish your car. It'll save you a lot of time because you won't have anywhere near the level of micro scratching in your paintwork to remove if you start using the 2-bucket method. So yeah guys, that's the end of this video. Short and sweet again, but I think really worthwhile this one. Definitely worth everybody doing these buckets, and this is not sponsored by Meguiar's in any way, shape or form. I just happen to have 2 Meguiar's grit guarded buckets You can pick these up, these Maguire's ones, for about £8 each or something like that. I'll leave a link in the description to my Amazon account. If you guys want to pick up from there, that'd be awesome. It'll help the channel out a wee bit. But other grit guard buckets are available. And yeah, with that, hope everybody's well, hope everybody's keeping safe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.